What's up, Aman, Rohan, all that good stuff? My day is going pretty good. Hopefully yours is. You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. Give me a second. There we go. Even when most around you think you will not win, will you believe what it is that they see? Or will you believe what it is that you see? Or ones that don't believe as these do? The ones that believe more in you. Even when it's dire. Even when it is not your hour. Will you show your greatness and your power? One that maybe only you can see. Even when ones do not understand what it is they see. Judging from what another may be. Will you declare that what you think you see, that is not me? Even when they think they know. Will you let your doubt show? Or will you let the world know? Me being as the others are? That statement could not be close or far. Unique in your own way. Even when some do not see it upon that day. Even when the others seem to win. Will you show that you are unique? More than what you could ever expect. Or you can push harder than any can expect. Going farther than even standards would be. For ones like this. Oh, so that's the little bar you raised for me? I see that and I raise it. Even when others do not see that you have raised it. Upon the time for them to see. That is the only time that they are able to see. Even when ones you thought you were your friends showed they are not able to stay with you until the end. Even when all others count you out. Will you show them what you are about? Without any kind of doubt. Will you show them even when they may not understand what it is you show them. Or appreciate, for that matter, either. Some do not realize what it is in front of them until after a period of time for them to see what is in front of them. Oh, so you're this. Generalization. Not very wise to do this. Oh, so you're a gamer. You do game content. Or you're a photographer. Or whatever it may be. Generalizing what it is that you do. Not realizing what is completely unique to you. That others do not even attempt to do. Even when you face such things as this. What is it that you do with this? Do you prove the fact you are different than all the rest? Do you show them that you are one of the among? Or do you show them that you are one that is older than most? Do you show that you are one among the best? Cannot be compared to the rest. For the comparison is nowhere close. Even if they think it is close. Even when you yourself cannot see that end, do you push past what it is you can see, even becoming a better version of you or me? Even when ones that you love don't support what it is you do. Do you continue to do? Or do you be like the herd, like the rest? Not striving to be the best. Just mediocre, equal with the rest. Even when this best is nowhere close to what it is that is your best. Even when you get compared to the rest, does that bother you or make you try to be better than what you were before? Some people would not generalize you like that anymore. Even when you do not understand where it is that might be your end. How is it that most think like this when they do not realize that they could be more than what it is? What's up, Tab? Yes, I can see my chat, by the way. See, I'll show you. It's right there. It's just off screen. But even when you feel as if you cannot win, do you start over where it is you happen to begin? Or do you continue where it is you happen to be? What's really funny? I look over and I see what you said, and it would have rhymed if I would have said something. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Even when I know I should, and it already is known. Even when. Even when. Ones that you, yourself, thought would win. Seeing them be in a place you do not expect. But I thought that is what average happened to get. No, that is not true. Apparently, unannounced to you. There may have been one that raised the bar on them, so their average could not get them to their end. That they wish to be. Even when you cannot see. Even when you do not believe. Even when others show the fact they do not believe. Will you listen to what it is that they believe? Or will you believe in something they and you have yet to see? But something that only when you believe can that reality even be. Bet they do. They're not a boss, though. And they're only level 100. You can see that right there. There's bigger ones, but I just happen not to be in that area. Only other thing is, how many times, even when, you see that you are able to win. Do I get a friend request in the middle of or a trade request? In the middle of the time that I'm fighting. Okay, I don't believe you're gonna do that, but I'll push yes anyway. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I didn't expect that. Do you believe in the unexpected? Even when you cannot see it? Even when others cannot see it? Even when it doesn't seem to be a good begin? Are you willing to go until the end? Regardless what it is that happens to be. Many times, even when it's a good question to start. Pushing hard. Even then, sometimes you have resistance as you start. Or in the middle as well. You never know. Oh, but I disagree. You wish to understand what it is when I say I disagree. I'll show what it is you just said at the end. But there is. Even when at your end. That you think of everything that you've done. Every time you've said, even when I tried to do such things. What kind of happiness or disappointment will you see? Everyone at some point will see their end. TY, bud. I didn't expect that. But even when that... There's been somebody that has tried to describe that, by the way. If a sparrow was to take and fly from the earth to the moon, and put as much dust in their mouth like a spoon, bring it back to the earth until the moon was gone. That is only the start before forever is gone. Do you realize how long that would take? To go from the earth to the moon and take, and then bring it back, and then repeat, and do it again just like that. Even when that is just the begin. As small as a sparrow is, that would take a very, very long time. Even when you had time like that, would you waste it? Or would you use it wisely? Even when it was timed that you used it wisely. Or if it was not. Even then. Or even when. Would you still lose or win? Or would you make it happen regardless what it was? Regardless of the sacrifices and other things. So it would be as it needs to be. You've been around for a little while. It's just to make you think. Even when most people do not think. Of course, also, it's poetry. It's an art of expression. It's very similar to music in that way of expression. But even when you're able to do such things as that, would you choose to actually do that? There are many that I talk to myself. Say, oh, you know what? I'll do it when this and this happens to myself. Well, my circumstance is like this. Years later, they are still saying this. Even some have passed away, never even pursuing their dream for a single day. It's kind of sad. Don't know what I could have seen or another could have seen or got from what it is they could have done. Some of these things that plague us now, with whatever it is that happens to plague us now, could have been solved 40, 50, 60 years ago. But because, even when, they seen the means to the end, they chose not to do. I hope that isn't your 3 words. I don't know how I could incorporate that into my 3 words with this. Even when I couldn't get that from the start to the end. Well, minus the mustard part. I'm not a fan of mustard myself. Well, at least the taste of it. Now, that's not necessarily true with the, like the ones you get at Chinese store. Oh ho ho. Now that's different. That's the only mustard that I like. Because of the hotness. Normal mustard you would buy, I do not like. Anyway. My parents don't even know that. But even when, or if they knew, of course they've seen it. Me eating it right in front of them. So I'm pretty sure they know. But I've never said it before. I bet with honey they would taste pretty good as well. Sorry, talking about pretzels here. Even when I'm doing poetry. It's okay. Even when you had everything that you needed, would you still think that you do not have what it is that you needed? Everything you need is right in front of you. There's only one thing that you need to do. Realize that it's within you. Of course, now I'm sure you would want more, though. Most people would. Of course, if you worked on yourself, that is what you would get. More than what you need. More than what you thought you could see. Even when you think you don't have what it is you need. Kinda glad that I don't have my chat showing. I have thought about putting it up there, but I never know what somebody's gonna say in the middle of what I'm trying to say. But even when I would know, would I still want it to show? Yeah, nobody can see the chat unless I have it. Unless they're on the stream or I'm showing it. After the stream, I believe that's how it works. But it would be different if I did this. But then as soon as I would try to click on the game, it would go away. So that's why I don't do that. Now I don't even know where it went. Oh, there's 1 or 2 games I play that if I click on the box even trying to chat, it kicks me out of the game, so. But even when. Yes, because it's, the game is a full screen game. And as soon as I click on this screen, it makes that the primary. The only reason I can move it like I did, like this, is because I haven't clicked on anything yet. I guess that's an advantage, is that having 2 screens that you get to get. I kind of wish they had a thing where, like a layover, kind of, that would, with the games like this, where you could have it still there, but it wouldn't disappear when you clicked on the game, instead of just a checkbox. Like that. Kind of like this almost, but for games like this where you can see the chat still. They don't really have that as far as I know, though. Oh, I wish they had a little thing that you could see how much time that you've been recording. Otherwise, it's going to look funny when I do this, but otherwise, if I can do it. Nope, I can't. I can do it like this, though. Unless I got to look at this. To see it. And it's way up in the corner and it's very small, so I can't see. Unless I have my clock going. My timer or whatever. But even when I would get that, would there not be something else that I'd be like, man, I wish I could get that? Either way, it would be that way. It would always be something new that I would wish upon that day. There's a few other ones that are in here that are scarier, actually, but this is only the 3rd level. I think you can get up to 5 or 6, I believe. I know you got to do a quest for the last couple ones. No, I scooted the camera. They're the same size they were. Some of the bosses in here are kind of difficult too, actually. Oh, looks like a couple of my buffs have worn off. No, they seem that way because there's a couple mobs in here that you can't even see anything other than them when you're fighting them. Here, I'll move to a different spot so you can see one of the other ones. Once I do this. Turn that off first, though. But even when you'd get what it is that you wish, would there be more then? Or would you be happy with what it was you got? Regardless what it is that you seek or wish to have got. Some become to where they do not wish for more. Some, as they get it, they wish to have more and more. Oh, and the map in here is crazy. That's the beginning point. It's like a giant maze. These ones are a lot taller than the other ones are. These you gotta like back your screen way up to even attempt to see anything. Even when you choose not to pretend. Is everything you wish not to see, does it end? Or does it just begin? Are there those that you act different around when it is that only you and them are around? Even when they might say, act as yourself. Well, these are only 94. Max level in here is like 101 in this area. Most of these mobs are not going to be hitting me that hard, though, because of all the gear and everything I have. So I got this character kind of decked out. Not the rings or anything, but... That's not what I'm looking for. Get all the relics and everything. And a good portion of their skills are +6, I believe, too. Yeah, a good portion of them are. You stop getting skill points at 115. She's only 70, so it's going to be a while before she hits that. The numbers above me, that's what they're hitting me at. You can't see it, but there's numbers that go above them just for what I hit them at. See if I can angle it where you can see it. No, you can't see it with this one because they're just too big. But you can read it right here. I don't normally fight these because they're a little hard to see all that info, so I usually just don't mess with these. That, and they like to cover your character so you can't see anything. And then like this is my HP, that's my mana, that's the level of the character. Kill count, money. And then right where my thing is a chat box. If I were to move this camera, there's a chat box there. Even when you do not know the start or the end, would you stay on the path that you wish to be the person that you wish to be? Would you instead just settle for something less and let your dream to be dead? Even when you knew the cost was great. Would you act now, or would you hesitate? And I need to feed my monkey before he gets mad at me. And then an angry monkey, that is what I would see. But even when I give you bananas, you always want some more nanners. Oh, one of the funniest things I've done with that thing. Ah, there's no more spamming. I'm gonna let those coins sit there for a second. Try to get as many killed before they start going away. And then I'll make the monkey pick them all up really quick. But even when I do that, will you be tired and want a monkey or want a nanner again? Bleh. I learned to say some very hard words today. My tongue said, "Oh, I hate you too." And my brain's like, "You're gonna do what I ask you to do." Funny. I mean, I looked at the word, listened to it, and I'm like, I was supposed to say that? Are you kidding me? I was hoping that they had some more coin. See, that might be enough to do it. Okay, I'm gonna now watch this monkey zoom around. He's gonna fly around to each one of those spots. If you have a lot of them, it's really funny to watch him. Because he's like, No, I will not say the new word. I could possibly get in trouble if I say the new word. Because then it would reveal more than what I'm supposed to reveal with things like that. But even when I try to act like that, I could still get in trouble possibly for even mentioning such things. Kind of glad my chat isn't showing now. You know, I can find out exactly who's watching as well. Or at least how many if I wanted. Of course, if they are, they're being very quiet. And I still have 11 minutes, so I cannot yet be quiet. But even when someone that you thought believed in you from the start to the end, would you still do what it is you wish to do? If it was that they did not believe in you and what it is that you choose to do. Even when moments became dire, would you choose to give in to the moments that are defined as dire? Would you let them stress you out in a way that would change how it is you would react to someone upon that day? I must say, you say some of the random things that you say. Even when it has nothing to do with what I have just said. It's alright, this is probably going to be the most random stream I've done in a long time. Which is fine. Gives me a good little break at this time. Even when it was unexpected. I think I reacted pretty good to the unexpected. Made me laugh at least. I guess you haven't learned streaming etiquette yet. I know there's some that, if you were to watch this stream and do such things as that, they would either ignore you or make it to where they cannot see that. interesting thing, if I'm right, you can actually do that. Say there's somebody that's saying something you don't want to be seen or whatever. You can change that. It's within the settings on the chat. It's like right where it says chat, there's a little settings button next to it. You can I believe you can set people as moderators too. I can't remember if you can do that or not. Say you were streaming and you couldn't talk on the chat, and you had somebody else have to do it for you. Yeah, something like that. It makes me wonder, that person. How did they know I was going to be streaming? Or did they just notice? Of course, also anybody that plays this game probably already knows. Try what? Oh, well, that's got to get to the point where you can do that first.